Hello my people, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to discuss the estimate of how much you need to move to Canada from the start till you settle for the first 2 to 3 months. Also, I'm going to discuss the steps or the different stages involved in applying for the Canadian study permit, that is student visa. So this video is for you if you want to move to Canada through study routes. And if you are seeing my video for the first time, on this channel I share international opportunities such as scholarships and jobs and how to apply to these opportunities. So if this is the kind of information you want, kindly subscribe and remember to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever I post videos. So generally, application fee in Canada ranges from 100 to 150 Canadian dollars. I've seen 75 Canadian dollars, but mostly what you can find is within 100 to 150 Canadian dollars. And sadly, Canadian universities hardly waive application fee, just like what you can find in USA, where you can get some sort of application fee waiver. So let us say you apply to two different schools and the application fee is 100 Canadian dollars, or you apply to different programs in the same school. That is 200 Canadian dollars, right? Now, the next fee is the tuition fee. And tuition fees in Canada varies by provinces, programs, and schools. So, and for provinces, if you actually want to get cheap schools, look for provinces located at the Atlantic region of Canada. And some of the provinces are Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, Prince Edward Island, and so on. Also, you can check out Mount Allison University, which is located at Brunswick province. Then for programs, it depends on if you are going for diploma, masters or PhD. And for diploma courses in Canada, the school fees ranges from 3,000 to 15,000 Canadian dollars. For masters and PhD, it can be within the range or higher. Let's assume that your tuition fee is 10,000 Canadian dollars per year. Then for 2 years, that is 20,000 Canadian dollars. And make sure that whichever program or school you're applying for is at least a 2 year programs. This will help you to get at least 2 years post-study work permit. And most importantly, make sure that the school or the program you're applying for have what they call designated learning institute number, which is the evidence to prove that it is government affiliated. And also make sure that the program or the school have post-study work permit, which allows you to work after graduation, so you don't need to put yourself into unnecessary pressure. Now let us assume you have gotten your admission offer letter and you are ready to apply for study permit, that is student visa. So right now I'm going to walk you through the CIC website, that is the official website of the Canadian government. Before proceeding to apply for your study permit, there are relevant documents you need to have, and they include proof of acceptance, that is your admission offer letter. Next document is proof of identity, which include your international passport and two recent passport size photos. Then the next document is proof of financial support, which can be your bank statement for the past 4 months. After now, I'm going to detail out the amount you need to have in your bank account for 4 months, or letter from the person or school that is funding your study. That is, if you have a scholarship, you can use it to substitute for bank statement. Also, you'll be required to upload letter of explanation, or you can call it statement of purpose. So the visa officer wants to understand you and your goals. So you need to detail out why you want to study in Canada and your responsibilities as a student. Just generally, statement of purpose or letter of intent. Also, for some persons, you'll be needing medical examination. I'll be leaving the link to this website, so and you can explore the medical examination section through this link here to understand the categories of persons that are required to submit medical examination certificate. And for those applying from Nigeria, there are centers, I think in Abuja and Lagos, where you can take this examination. That is the IOM Center. That is the International Organization for Migration. So There are two centers in Nigeria, one in Lagos and one in Abuja. Also, some persons are asked to submit police clearance certificates, which you can get from any state in Nigeria, but preferably Abuja and Lagos. All you need to do is apply online through their official website, go for your biometric and get your police certificate or police character certificate. Now, let me give you the breakdown of how much you need to have in your bank account for 4 months before you can commence your study permit application. Whether you're applying as a single person or you have family members that are going with you. So, for the first person, that is the student, the primary applicant, you need 10,000 Canadian dollars per year. That is excluding your tuition fees. Remember, the first family member, $4,000. If you have any other additional accompanying family members, that is 3,000 Canadian dollars. And if you have like more, that is 3,000 each. But the first family member, you need to have about 4,000 Canadian dollars. And right here, this is the breakdown of how you are going to calculate the fund. If you and two family members want to come to a province other than Quebec for a year, you will need a living expenses of $10,000 for the student, living expenses of 4,000 for the first family member, living expenses of 3,000 for the second family member, which is 17,000 Canadian dollars. That is to say that if you are going to the province that is outside Quebec, this is the amount of money you need to demonstrate in your bank account. However, if your school is located in Quebec province, this is the amount you need to have for you as a primary applicant and your family members. So I'll be leaving the link to this website in the description box. Do well to explore the website. Well, every information you need pertaining to Canadian study permit is well detailed out on this website. And interestingly, you can apply online via this website. That is this same website. So, and they have already made things easier for applicants by detailing out the steps involved in applying for the study permit. Also, right here, you can see the section on the instruction on how to apply. And on how to apply, when you are ready to make your application, you come over to this get specific instructions on how to apply. Then you can see some questions. Where are you applying from? You click on outside Canada. That is if you're applying from outside Canada. There is option for inside Canada. So let's assume you're applying from outside Canada. Check the box. How do you want to apply? Of course, online. Then right here, you can see under step 2, even if you apply online, you should read the instruction guide before you complete your application. The guide will explain how to complete each field on the form. So you can download the guide via this link right here, which you can see on the screen. So you follow the guidelines and fill out your study permit application form. Then the step 3 is to prepare your answers for the online tool. They use the answer to create a personalized document checklist. That is, whatever information you input in the third step will enable them to know the document they will ask you to upload. Under step 4, be asked to pay a processing fee, and that's where you book for your biometric. Then, depending on your situation, you'll be asked to submit medical examination certificate, which I've talked about previously, police certificate, language test, and so on. And after submitting your application, you wait for decision on your application. Now, aside the money you need to have in your bank account for 4 months, that is if you don't have any sponsor or you don't have a scholarship, you also need to have some fund with you that will take care of you or your family for the first 2 to 3 months, because this period is the most challenging period in the life of any international student. However, it depends on the size of your pocket or if you have a family member in Canada. So for a single person, you need about 300 Canadian dollars for feeding per month, 800 for rent, which is paid monthly. However, it depends on the area you are. It can be higher than 800 or lower than 800. Then for miscellaneous, you can budget like 300 to 500 Canadian dollars. All this depend on your lifestyle. What Mr. A spends in a month might not be what Mr. B spends. So everything boils down to your lifestyle. So that is to say that you need about 1,100 Canadian dollars to 1,300 Canadian dollars monthly for feeding and accommodation. Then you can multiply it by 3 months. That is roughly 3,300 Canadian dollars. However, all these amounts depend on the area you'll be living in. Don't forget to click the like button if you have gotten any value from this video. So my people, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. See you in my next video.